Jack, it doesn't just have to be Tuesday to enjoy tacos. Did you know that?
Absolutely doesn't.
We can enjoy them any day of the week. Now, I'm doing a bit of a fusion here.
Ooh.
We're doing spiced Szechuan pork belly wholemeal tacos.
Wow.
We're going to make our own tortillas. We've got a beautiful wholemeal flour here. Now, strong, high-protein flour that's been specially formulated just for tortillas.
Perfect.
How good.
That's what you want.
Now, you'll be proud I'm using a wholemeal flour.
I am. I love the extra bit of fibre that's coming in here. It's going
Love
to help
it.
with that digestion
Yeah, how
of the
good.
heavier components of the dish, like the pork belly. So
Yes. So we want 1.5 cups of the wholemeal flour,
okay,
a 1/4 cup of the olive oil.
can do. I like the start of this dish. It's great.
You like it?
Got our fibre-rich flour, our antioxidant-rich extra virgin olive oil. What's next?
Some baking powder just to make them nice, light and fluffy.
Perfect.
In we go. And then this is a bit different. So we've got some ground Szechuan peppercorns.
Oh, yum.
These are nice and zingy. They're almost like adult popping candy in your mouth. So
That's a different way
some
of talking
ground
about it.
Szechuan peppercorns and then some toasted sesame seeds. In we go.
Love it.
Then we've got some lukewarm water.
Yep.
1/2 cup. In we go. I love this. You just throw everything in and away you go.
You can see it bubbling already.
Yeah, how good. Then you want 1/2 teaspoon of salt in there. Then we give that a little bit of a mix around.
Yep.
And you can buy store-bought tortillas, but there's something about making your own tortillas. It's fun and they're absolutely delicious. Once you make your own, you won't go back.
It's really hard to go back because they are easy. You can use humble ingredients.
Yeah.
It does get messy, but it's worth it for a good result, isn't it?
It's all part of the fun, Jack. So we just want to bring that together in the bowl till it's starting to form a dough. And then, you ready to get your hands dirty?
I am.
All right. A little bit of our beautiful flour onto our board. And I'm just going to tip our dough out. So I just need you to knead that for a minute or two
Yep.
till it comes together in a nice dough. Then we're going to pop it back into our bowl, cover that with a damp tea towel and just let it rest and chill out for 15 minutes. Roll our tortillas out, cook them in our pan and then let them hang out on our plate covered with a clean tea towel. Happy days. Tortillas are done. Check them out.
I know. I'm so impressed with how they came out. I just want to lather them in some guacamole and tuck in, but
I
I'm
know.
trying to be patient.
A good quality non-stick pan, and we just dry fried those.
Yeah.
No oil at all. How good. So
great.
they're ready. They'll just stay warm under our tea towel.
Okay.
We're going to make a little fresh slaw. So we've got a Chinese cabbage or a wombok. Would you be able to start shredding that for me and slicing up some spring onion and throwing it into the bowl? That'd
Easy
be
done.
fantastic. Thank you. I cook pork belly a lot, Jack.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I love that the extra fat content is fantastic and extra juicy. And whether it's got the crackle or not, today we're not using the crackle because we're going to deep fry our pork. And obviously, if you've got the crackle on, it can be a bit hit and miss when you're deep frying. So we're taking that off today. So what I want to do is just to slice our pork belly into 2 centimetre big cubes, nice and generous. It's one of those really versatile ingredients that can be used in so many different cuisines, but pork belly tacos, it's a match made in heaven.
And I imagine too that if people didn't want to do a Szechuan vibe in this dish, you could do your Mexican spices.
Oh,
And bring
absolutely.
it back to the
Yeah.
Mexican flavours too, right?
Get some cumin, some coriander, some paprika in there. You could easily switch it up and make it a Mexican dish. I just love the Szechuan flavours and just having a bit of fun today with a bit of a Chinese-inspired taco.
I like it.
So pork belly cubes go into our bowl. Then we're going to hit it with some flavour, Jack. So brown sugar, that's going to help to caramelise it. Some Chinese 5-spice.
I love 5-spice.
Oh, how good is it?
It's good, yeah.
In we go. And some more ground Szechuan peppercorns. Bit of extra zing onto our pork. I'm going to use some of our wholemeal flour on the pork belly as well, because that's going to help to crispen it up a little bit.
Yep.
So a 1/4 cup of our wholemeal flour, just dust it onto there. Then I'm going to add some chili oil. I'm just obsessed with chili oil at the moment. I have it on my wheat bix, so I love it.
You do not.
Not quite, not quite. All right, but a good couple of spoonfuls of our chili oil.
That chili oil looks rich and spicy too, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And of course, just a good pinch of salt. All right, now we just want to give that a good mix around, just to combine all those gorgeous flavours into our pork belly before we throw them in the swimming pool of oil. And now I just want to do a little bit of a test to see if our oil, yep, I'm getting a nice sizzle on there. So pork belly goes into our oil. And all this will need, Jack, is a few minutes, maybe 5 or 6 minutes, just to make sure it's nice and crispy and the pork is beautiful and juicy. Our pork belly is fried. Have a look at that, nice and crispy.
You can smell all those beautiful spices on it too.
But I'm not finished with it yet.
Okay.
Can you make me a little Szechuan salt? We've got some more ground Szechuan. We're using a lot of Szechuan in this recipe.
I like it.
Pop that into your bowl and then get some salt in there and just mix that together for a quick and simple Szechuan salt that you could literally put on anything. And I'm going to pop our drained pork belly into our bowl. And then some more chili oil, just another couple of spoonfuls. And that is looking fantastic. Thank you.
Welcome.
Some Szechuan salt onto our pork belly.
This is getting spicier and spicier by the minute.
Woo-hoo. Not exactly kid-friendly, this one, but...
I don't think so, but that's all right.
And we just want to toss that around. We need to finish the slaw. Can you
next?
just add some Kewpie,
Yes.
some sesame oil, and some sesame seeds? Give that a little mix. Great, simple slaw.
Yep.
We've got our tortillas that have been under their little blanket over here, staying nice and warm. I love how these tortillas have turned out, using that wholemeal flour. And you can see those little specks of the sesame seeds and the Szechuan peppercorns through the tortillas.
They look beautiful.
And don't be afraid by these little charred bits on the tortillas. That is flavour.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we haven't used much mayo on there. I wanted this to be nice and light because I will add a bit more mayo on top. Thank you
go.
so much. So we just want a nice pile of our beautiful fresh slaw on our tacos. I love this style of food. This dough would make 8 tortillas at a dinner party just to make up a heap of these, pop them in the middle of the table. Then we've got some of our beautiful fried Szechuan pork belly, a nice pile of that onto each tortilla.
It's a very generous serving of pork belly.
That's what I'm all about. Delicious. And then, final flourishes, a little bit more of our chili oil. Now we're just layering more flavours. Not for the faint-hearted, these tacos.
You got to have a big appetite
Ooh,
and be
yes.
ready for some spice.
Now we've got some of our Kewpie mayo, so just another little dollop of that on top and accentuate those beautiful flavours. And some toasted sesame seeds. Well, there you go, Jack. My fried pork belly tacos with those homemade wholemeal tortillas we made from scratch in minutes.
So cool.
Big flavour bomb there. I mean, not exactly authentic Mexican, but delicious just the same.
A very cool take on it, and they're going to taste great. I just know it.